that show. From the chalked up lines to the roaring stands, every dugout story living in our hands. Cody calls the count, Chris breaks down the play, talking dirt and glory every single day. The Golden Broom, we're sweeping through the season. Every swing, every slide, every reason. On Villains Media, we bring the fire and the laughter. Proud college baseball backers, the Golden Broom, yeah. We're sweeping ever after. Walk-off nights, Sunday sweeps, bus ride tales that the scoreboard keeps.
Welcome into the Golden Broom Podcast. I'm your host, Cody Slavinsky, joined as always by Vandy Chris. And before we get started tonight, we need to, share something. So, a longtime member of the group that we're part of, College Baseball Smack, Dwayne Coley, who is arguably the greatest smack talker of all time, we found out yesterday that he has passed away, and it shocked us. It really broke our heart. Him and Chris always had some of the most legendary arguments on there. It was some of my favorite arguments to be part of over the years, to the point where he would leave the group, he would come back after I'd message him like, dude, please come back, please come back. Dwayne was one of my favorite people on the LSU side, which obviously I'm part of, and he is going to be sorely, sorely missed.
Definitely. The old coot, as I used to
Yep.
call him. Great dude. Look, we've been a part of these sports groups on Facebook for the better part of 15 years. And just about every single group I've ever been in, he's been in, you've been in. And you get to really know people when you interact like that. There's a few that come to mind. Dwayne is one of them. Jamie Collins, the old Arkansas fan, lost her life in a tornado. We were messaging her that night about how fearful she was of the weather and that she was going to her dad's house. And that's the last we heard from her, right? And Dwayne, he'd pop in and out at random. You get to know these people, and they become part of your daily routine. It's such a sad situation. From what we've learned with Dwayne, he's sorely going to be missed. We're going to have to find somebody to step up and carry the flag to become the next trash talker.
I mean, that's some big shoes to fill. I don't even know if it's possible. I mean, when I say he set the bar, he was the bar.
Oh yeah, he was definitely the bar.
I mean, his passion for LSU was, it was just unmatched. I mean, and it wasn't just like that he was passionate about LSU. I mean, he respected the game. He respected the players. He cheered for, all the good players, like he wanted everybody to do good, and not getting to see him offend some people that sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to go through and find some of the old threads and just read through them because they were just so good back in the day. Yeah, that's going to take a long time to find, but I don't have a choice at this point. I've got to do it because, it was that good. But with that being said, the show must go on. And we have a good show tonight for you. It's not going to be like a super long show or anything like that because obviously we're in the point right now where everything's building up to start, but there's nothing really here for us. Everything we talk about now is just assumption versus reality. And 9 days away, and we're all going to be just glued to the screens watching the games. And I'm stoked. And I'm even more excited to reveal the college baseball smack top 25. As we mentioned, we've been in these groups 15 years. The admins on here, I think all of them have been part of part of the admin team for at least 3 to 5 years at the minimum. We talk to these guys all the time. Some of us have been part of the admin group for a decade. Um, it's it's fun to see everybody's thoughts on the rankings, even though there's someone in the group of the admins that may or may not have messed up on the rankings, but I forgive you. It's all good. No offense taken. But the rankings, I don't hate them. Yeah, I'm gonna have arguments for a lot of rankings that are coming out now because I think some people are putting too much stock in teams that they don't know anything about, and everything is just assumption at this point. And I really hate that there are preseason rankings in a way because you do at this point in college athletics, you do not know what's going to be on the field or what's in football, baseball, on the court and basketball. You don't know what you're going to get. Just because you have a bunch of good players doesn't mean that they're going to mesh well together. You don't know what's going to happen with that. So a lot to break down there. We're talking a little bit of college basketball. We're gonna yeah, so we're just gonna talk a little bit of everything, to be honest. Actually, I tell you what, let's go ahead and have this conversation. Amari Bailey going from UCLA to the NBA, actually plays in the NBA for 10 games, and now wants to come back to college. Look, G League guys, I'm more understanding for that. If you've actually
I'm
stepped
not.
foot on an NBA, I know you're not, but if you've actually stepped foot on the NBA court or on the roster and actually played, even if you set the bench, but you were on the roster, your eligibility's done. I'm sorry. It needs to be done. And honestly, if you declare for the draft and I think that, like, if you're not drafted, I think you have an argument, obviously, but the
If you're
guys that
drafted
sign
or
a
you
pro
sign a contract, you're done.
I won't argue that. I won't. Like, I understand why the G League guys are wanting to come back. I get it. And I'm hoping that this situation that we're seeing right now is going to lead to more guys that are considering hitting the draft and, possibly going to the G League or whatever is going to happen. Maybe make them reconsider what they're going to do. Because at this point, you're seeing all the mess that's happening now. They have no choice but to lock this down after the season, regardless of what happens in the next couple months. So, honestly, like the Bediako situation with Alabama, Alabama is not doing too hot since he's returned. He's played fine. He's a block machine. He does his job, but Alabama's not really that great this year compared to what they have been in the last few years. They're 15-7, I think, right now after winning tonight against A&M at home. So,
They did play a brutal preseason schedule, though.
Oh, 1,000%. There's no arguing that. They really did have a very, very tough schedule. Their win tonight, I don't know if you watched it at all or anything, but that was
That's
a
a good
very,
win for them.
very good game. It was a very good matchup. And, A&M was 7-1 in conference play going into this game, loses by 3 on the road at Alabama. They were tied at half. And then, Bama, they shot 48 threes in this game. So, it's crazy. Oh, hey, we've got a lot of comments, so let's get to them. First of all, I'm gonna get to Sarah. Sarah, hello, Sarah. How are you today? I hope that you are doing very well. Dean says, "What are we talking about? Man, we're talking about everything tonight. You name it, we're talking about it." Nick, what's going on, buddy? Let's see. Oh, rankings will be coming very soon. Yeah, we can't. A single thing we can predict anymore. I can say something. It doesn't mean it's going to be true. I don't know that for a fact.
LSU's going to stink.
Hey, there you go. There's a prediction right there.
Yeah.
Even though we know that's the one prediction I can tell you that's going to be wrong, but it's all good. All right, let's see here. So, where do you want to start at tonight? Because we got a few things to discuss.
So let's talk about these college baseball smack rankings and
All
what we
right,
do,
let's do
right?
it. Yes.
So we've been in this. We started the group in 2011. We decided there's so many preseason polls, and we're all baseball guys. Let's do one of our own. And it's kind of a collaboration thing. Each admin in the group puts up their own preseason top 25. So it's fun to deal with, and you find some pretty interesting stuff because, take Vincent, for instance. He's in Texas. He may have access to information about teams in Texas that we don't have. So he may have a different take on a G5 or a mid-major that we don't have. Same thing with me in Tennessee and Cody in Alabama. We're scattered throughout the country, so we see things differently. So we all put in our top 25. We assign a point value. For a number 1 ranking, you get 25 points. For a number 25 ranking, you get 1 point. So we combine them all up. We go through each person's list. We assign their point values, and then we tally them all up. And our final ranking is most points to least points. I can tell you this year we had the fewest number of teams get votes that we've ever had. We had 32 teams get votes for the top 25 this year. What was interesting to me is after the top 15, there was a significant drop-off in the point totals. So we all pretty much have the same top 15, in some way or other. So I thought that was interesting. But that's how we do it. So I don't know if you have the graphic or not, Cody, but do you have the graphic of the other teams that received votes that didn't make the top 25?
I do, but first of all, I wish I could pin this comment the entire show tonight.
Yes.
I love that comment so much.
The old coots eating corn dogs. Never ending supply of them now.
Yeah. So Brandon, by the way, he wanted to let you know he's from Weaver Valley, Tennessee. Hey, by the way, Chris, I know you follow the Weaver Valley page as well. So Jeb Yoder that they always talk about.
Yeah.
When we were driving back from Pennsylvania the other day, we stopped off at the exit for Yoder's Country Market, and I went and got a picture of it. I was very, very happy to do that.
Okay, I have a challenge for Terry.
All right.
Terry, your challenge tonight is to come up with the Dwayne Coley
Coon-ass.
Old coon-ass corn dog burger of the night.
Amen to that. What's
So these are the teams that did not make the final top 25 in our baseball smack. A couple of these I was surprised at. Arizona, Texas A&M. I was surprised those two teams didn't get more votes than what they did. Terry, yes, he is the one from Louisiana.
He lived in Memphis later. He lived in Memphis later on, though, by the way. Memphis was his home, but he was originally from Louisiana. So I have a problem with some of these rankings. Let me just throw this out there. So I know who voted Oral Roberts. I respect that vote, Chris. Dallas Baptist being on there, I'm all for. Old Dominion kind of shocked me that they would get a vote over Troy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who voted Old Dominion. I'm just genuinely curious. Arkansas Little Rock, I figured I'd be the only one to give them a vote. I understand completely.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to argue that because, that was just what I
I,
saw last year.
I can tell you the bottom four: Oral Roberts, DB, Old Dominion, Arkansas Little Rock, all had 1 point each.
Sure, rightfully so. Okay, so who was the Old Dominion voter? Because I'm genuinely curious about that.
I'd have to pull back up my list and check it out. It'll take me just a second. That would be Brad, the Iowa Hawkeye fan.
So, fun fact: did you know that Old Dominion hadn't had a baseball team in 7 years? I'm just kidding. They do have a team. Let's see. So, because I want to know. All right. So last season, Old Dominion went 22-31 overall. So I have questions I'm going to be asking Brad, to say the least.
Right.
But yeah, so I will say this though. Arizona and A&M not getting in kind of does surprise me, mainly because I know what A&M has returning.
Yeah.
So I feel like that should be noted. Arizona, same situation, returning a ton of talent from a very good team last year. East Carolina is a team that's always like in the fight. They also have a very good pitcher on their team. So I don't know why they wouldn't be a top 25 at some point this year, probably. So, like, I don't hate that. Like, all these teams that are on this list, I don't hate that any of these teams are here. I mean, Old Dominion, I'm questioning still, though. I want to know the reason behind that. The others, I get it. I get it. But 26 through 28, or actually 26, 28, and 30, if they were in the top 25, would not question it. We'll say that.
Right.
All right.
So if you want to show the point total.
Okay.
So the thing with Arizona, you see they did have 21 points.
Okay.
They were tied for number 25. They were tied.
Okay.
But when the way I do these rankings, when there's a tie, I list the team who has the highest rank out of any of the admins that presented their poll.
I think that's fair. So essentially, Oral Roberts on here with them getting 5 points. That's because you ranked them number 20, I assume.
21.
21. Okay.
Yep. So
right, I got you.
Arizona had one person voted them at number 20. And the team that they were tied with at 21 points had one person had them at number 19. So that's how I make the difference. They had a higher rank.
Gotcha. Well, should we show the top 25 graphic or should we show the point totals for the top 25?
Let's go with the point totals first.
Okay. Okay, so essentially we had a three-way tie for 24, 25, and 26. Okay, got you. And I see why you ranked them the way you did.
Kentucky actually should have been 25. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, that's cool. It's okay. You wanted them higher. I get it. It's okay. Man, Florida State got a lot of love in this.
So I'm going to call on our old friend Sam, the big South Carolina fan. One of the original admins in the group. He was an admin for us for about 6 months and decided he had too much on his plate. He's supported this group since day one, back in 2011. Appreciate him greatly. I'm going to call on Sam to actually make the Coley burger. And here we go. The bun will be a big ass jalapeno hush puppy cornbread type. A 2-pound
Okay.
patty will have gumbo stuffed in the middle with American cheese. On top of the patty will be some amazing jambalaya. Off to the side will be Cajun sweet potato fries and also some Nashville hot pickle chips below the patty.
I think that he would be
Sam,
all for you.
Sam, it's your duty to make that and post a picture of it in College Baseball Smack and title it the Coley Burger.
I wish that we knew someone that owned a burger restaurant that could make some of these burgers. If I ever win the lottery, I swear I'm going to open a burger place and I'm going to get like Terry just to come in and be the chef.
Yeah. So
I won't pay you much though. I'll pay you minimum wage, but I think it'll be worth your time.
So we did have an interesting dilemma in these. Look at number 1 and number 2. So Arkansas had 138 points. LSU had 125. But LSU received 5 of the 6 first place votes. One person, I'm not going to call them out by name, one person did not even have them in the top 25.
We can call out their team. Shout out the Louisville Cardinals.
And it's interesting that he didn't because, you know, we kind of judge it as that's an oversight on his part. But are we sure that they're going to be as good as what they have been the last few years? We really don't know. They have the talent to do it. But maybe he thinks something's going to happen to him this year and they lay an egg. Been done before.
Yeah. I mean, taking my extremely thick purple and gold glasses off on this one. There are a couple areas that have questions. I will be honest there. There are. But not many places. That being said, he also didn't rank Coastal Carolina. So let me throw that one out there too.
Right.
It's interesting the 2 teams that played in the Natty didn't get ranked.
Very interesting. But you
Also,
see
I
how
have to call you out, Chris. I have to call you out on your rankings now that I'm looking at it. Because I know which one's yours. You had UCLA almost out of the top 25.
I'm not a believer.
Man, Terry, this man had UCLA ranked number 22 in his rankings.
He knows. He knows.
This
He
is
was
crap.
not. He was not very happy with me on that. I'm just not sold on UCLA. Yes, they're good. Yes, they went to Omaha last year. Yes, they have a lot of returning talent. Yes, they got some guys in the portal. But what we've seen out of UCLA historically is when they've been expected to be that team, they haven't fared well. They have a history of doing that.
That's fair.
So
You know,
I'm
there's a team that we don't have in any of our rankings that actually in a way kind of surprises me because I think they are going to make a big step forward this year, and that's Stanford.
They lost a lot in the transfer portal.
They did,
That's the
but
problem.
I think they also brought in quite a bit. So I think that's going to be an interesting team to monitor.
Yes.
Another team I feel like that's underrated on this list, and I even underrated this team, even though I technically tied with you for ranking them the highest, is Georgia. I think they're going to be good because they're one of the teams that benefited from the transfer portal from Stanford. got their best pitcher, who is an absolute stud, and adding him to the
But
pitching farm that essentially is the
but
same
they
people that made Skeens more into who Skeens is, that could be scary.
but they had a hole to fill by losing Nate Taylor.
Yeah.
That for Georgia, that's a big hole to fill.
Yeah. That being said, though, I'm okay with Arkansas being number one in these rankings because Arkansas does return a lot, and they also their Friday night guy Ethan McElvain is going to be an absolute stud for them. The team that lost him, they just suck. So
Well, the
I'm just
the
being
problem
fun.
the problem with McElvain is he's been hurt.
No, it's
He's
true. It's very true.
He hasn't been healthy since his freshman year. He showed dynamic stuff his freshman year, but he hasn't been healthy since then. And at what point
So-
do you say, okay, it's time to go ahead and move on because if he can't stay healthy, he can't help us.
I have a question though. If you're a pitcher that has some arm issues or just health issues in general, why would you go to Arkansas?
Great question.
Like that's the only thing that pops in my head there. Like, don't get me wrong, Arkansas, great program. There's nothing to really hate them on them, but they have a lot of arm issues.
So one thing about UCLA is they have the returning player of the year in college baseball. I'll give them that. However, I disagree with that sentiment. I think Arkansas has the best player in America.
It's fair. I mean, I think LSU has the best player in America. So
I personally think Cam Kozel is the best player in America.
I can't argue that. I really can't. He's fantastic. So Sam, I will say this. I did vote for South Carolina, but not in these rankings. I voted them for our inaugural Dirty Jockstrap Award.
Oh no, I've already awarded the inaugural one.
Well, fair. All right, the inaugural for baseball season, like after week one. Sam, I am so sorry that you have Paul Maneri as your head coach. I mean, I like Paul as a person. I think he was a very nice guy. I had never had any issues with him, except for that one time when I met him, he was kind of a prick. But he loves the game, but I feel like the game has passed him by, unfortunately. And you guys losing your ace already, that sucks. Y'all deserve better than that. That's all I can say.
I think South Carolina's would be interesting to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Can they stay healthy? Which they haven't. The past 2 years, they haven't stayed healthy. But how does their portal class fit in? Because they did get some nice pieces in the portal. A lot of publications have them as in a dogfight with Missouri, getting out of the basement. I don't particularly see that. I think they're going to be more middle of the pack. So it's going to be interesting to watch what happens with South Carolina. But that also brings up the question, I mentioned Missouri there. What happens first? Does a team go 0-30 in the SEC? Or does Missouri make it to Omaha? Which one happens first?
I still think Missouri making Omaha. I think now that they're investing money, I mean, it's hard to look past that.
We just had a team last year flirt with 0-30. I think 0-30 is absolutely doable in the SEC.
Actually, I'm glad you say that. Let's do this real quick. Because I have been looking for a reason to do this. All right. I am going to share my screen. I don't have anything bad pulled up, so we're good. Let's look at Missouri's schedule. Chris, let me know when this is on the screen.
It's all day.
All right. Mount St. Mary's, 2 of 3.
But that's not SEC.
I'm getting to it. Oh, Chris's series right here. Look at that. You're taking North Dakota State to win that series. I know you are. I ain't even
Absolutely.
going to ask you. I know you are. All right, so they get Auburn at home to start. That sucks.
0-3.
That's yes. Tennessee on the road. Yep. Oh my God.
That's
A&M.
0-6.
Oh my God. 0-9.
0-9.
They could be 0-12 after Kentucky. They might sneak one on one of these teams, but man. All right, so here we go. A team that they could possibly beat. They get them at home. They could take one against South Carolina, but they also could lose them all.
South Carolina's taking 2 out of 3 easy.
Okay. OU 0-3.
I have them at one. I have them at 1 win so far.
Yep, I'm with you on that. They're not beating Georgia. They'll sweep Vandy probably. No, I'm just kidding. They're not going to win that.
Vandy gonna do what Vandy does, and that's handle Missouri.
Oh my God, that is the worst schedule you could possibly have in the SEC. You realize there is a chance that 0-30 could actually happen this year. God, I have not looked at their schedule, so I didn't realize it.
It's bad.
But that
right now I have them at 1 win. After the Texas series, I have them at 1 win.
I mean, I don't see where they could have more than 1 win. I mean, this is bad. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
Chris, do you want to have some fun and we pick a few teams from the SEC and we just kind of give a prediction on their record while we're at it?
Sure.
All right, so we got Mizzou at 1-29. What team you want to do next?
Throw Florida up there. I'm hearing some talk that they got the best third baseman in the SEC.
I mean, I'm hearing talk they got the best pitcher in the SEC. I mean, there's a lot there. So, I mean, I think they've got a solid team on them. Don't get me wrong. It's just, can they get it together? I love that they're opening with UAB, by the way. That's pretty cool. At a conference, I mean, so Miami's going to be a tough one. Florida State. So they start out with South Carolina. Give me 3-0 for Florida.
I'm going to say 2 out of 3.
Okay, fair. Alabama at Tuscaloosa. Alabama's got a good 1-2 punch at pitcher. Number 3 guy's kind of in question.
I got them 3-3 right now.
Okay. 3-6. They ain't gonna win nothing at Fayetteville. That ain't happening. I'll say 5-7 after Ole Miss.
Yeah.
5-10 after Georgia.
I don't think they get swept by Georgia. I think they steal at least 1.
Okay, so let's say 6-9. I'll stay with that. What about Auburn?
7-11.
11. Okay. A&M.
That's at Florida, so I'm going to say they win 2 out of 3.
So 9-12.
Yep.
OU and Norman.
That's a tough place to play. I say they lose 2 out of 3, so that's 10-14. Yeah.
And then Kentucky.
2 out of 3 there.
12-15.
12-15.
And then close out in Baton Rouge.
And they lose 2 out of 3 there. So I got them at 13-17.
Oh my gosh.
But 13-17 in the SEC is getting you in the tournament.
Yes. I mean, it's a nail biter getting you in the tournament, but yes. But then again, though, it depends on how many other teams finish, 13-17 or 15-15. Because, I mean, realistically, let's see, how many SEC teams made the tournament last year? Was it 11? 10, 11?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. All right, what's our next team?
Sam says Tennessee.
All right. This one should be a fun one. Opening with Nichols. That's gonna be fun right there. I think they sweep that series, by the way. But let me tell you something. That's gonna be a good test to start the season right there. Nichols is just a bunch of dogs. Kent State, Bellarmine. Oh, then it gets interesting for Tennessee before conference play. UCLA, Arizona State, and Virginia Tech. 2 out of 3 at least on that. I know, Chris. ETSU beats them. I know.
ETSU beat them last year.
Tennessee Tech will be. I know, Chris. I'm just kidding. All right. Starting out with Georgia on the road. Chris, I can't believe I'm saying this, but 0-3.
They'll steal one.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay, so 1-2, and then so
3-0.
4-2. All right.
Vanderbilt.
Vandy takes 2 or 3.
2 out of 3. Yep.
So 5-5 at this point. Wait. Hold on.
5
How?
and 4.
That's impossible.
5
and 4. Okay.
That's at Lindsey Nelson too. I can see them.
I think LSU beats the shit out of them.
So we got them at 5 and 4. I'm gonna say they win 2 out of 3.
I don't think they do.
Just because it's at home.
I don't care. I don't see how they win 2 out of 3 against LSU. And that's me taking my glasses off too. Like, talent standpoint, I just do not.
The talent doesn't always win out though. That's the problem. Those fans and knock. That's a different breed up there.
It don't matter.
And they play well in their own house.
True.
I say they win 2 out of 3.
I don't agree. I think they win. They might sneak one out, and it'd be Sunday. Because that Friday-Saturday punch for LSU is deadly.
So what do I have them at?
7-5.
I got them 7-5. You got them 6-6.
Yes.
At
State, this is one that's hard to predict. That being said, Henry Ford going against his former coach.
I think they win 2 out of 3 down there. I'm not sold on Mississippi State personally. I'm personally not sold on Mississippi State.
All right. So that would put them at 9-6 on yours, and that would put them at 7-8 on mine. All right. I think they can win.
I think they get a sweep there.
I think so too. So it'd be 10-8 on mine, and what was yours?
I had them at 7-5, so they'd be no. Did I have them at 7-5?
Yeah, and then what do you think they're doing against State?
2 out of 3.
So 9-6. So you got them at 12-6 after State.
Yeah.
And I have them at 10-8. Okay. All right. I think they win 2 out of 3 against Bama.
2 out of 3. Yep.
So that'd be 14-6 on yours. And then Kentucky, I think they lose 2 or 3.
That'd be 14-7 at Kentucky. Yeah,
Okay.
I think they'd lose 2 out of 3 there.
So 15-9 right here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quit saying my ranking because I'm getting screwed up in my head on it. Texas at home. Ooh, you know what? Elander coming out weekend. Give me 2 of 3 for Tennessee.
Yeah, probably so.
They're gonna lose the Friday night game, but they'll win Saturday and Sunday. So that'll put them at 17-10. And then they close out with Oklahoma.
I think Oklahoma gets 2 out of 3. So
All right, so
8.
that put them at 18-12.
Yeah.
Very respectable record right there.
Yeah.
All right, let's do one more team. Who you want to do? It don't have to be one of ours. So let's.
Everybody's high on Kentucky.
All right, let's do it. I am. My God, they got a pretty easy stretch to start. Oh my God, they're doing an Alabama schedule to start this season. Alabama at home. Give me 2 of 3 for Kentucky in that one.
Yes.
All right. 2-1 so far. Ole Miss on the
Ooh.
road.
I
I
think
think
they
Ole
lose
Miss could
2 out of
take 2 of
3.
3. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm with you. So 3-3
So 3
right
and 3.
here. Oh, they're
I
screwed
think
here. They're
I
getting
think they get
swept.
swept. Yep.
3 and
3 and
6.
6.
6 and 6.
Yep.
Oof. 6 and 9. Auburn's gonna beat the hell
I
out of them.
I think they steal 1.
Okay. Okay. So 7 and 8 at this point. Not bad. Vandy. Oh.
I'm going to say we go up there and take 2 out of 3.
All right. Who's your Friday and Saturday guy? Fennel and who?
Fennel's our Saturday guy.
So who's gonna be your Friday?
Probably Austin and I.
Okay. Who's your Sunday?
Possibly Nate Taylor.
Okay. Okay. I forgot that he went to Vandy. That's right. Yeah, I'll go Vandy 2 or 3. So that would put Kentucky at 8-11.
Mm-hmm. No, can't be 8-11. 8-10.
Okay. Okay. All right. I think they sweep this one. So 11-10 after this one.
I think Carolina steals 1 at home.
Oh. So 10-11 at this point. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee, we already said we thought that Kentucky would win 2 or 3 in this one.
Mm-hmm.
So 12-12. Florida, we said that Kentucky would win 2 or 3 on this one, didn't we?
Yes.
All right, so 14-13. Oh, they're going to lose 2 at least in this one.
I think they get swept.
So 14-16 or 15-15 essentially. Which, hey, that gets you in the tournament. That's respectable.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay. You know what? For shits and giggles, let's do one more team. Let's do a non-SEC team though.
Ooh, West Mesa's Florida's got the best Friday Saturday combo in the country. I don't agree with that.
William Peterson is good. I don't know about that.
I
know
don't agree.
Peterson
I
is
don't agree
good,
that they have
but
the best Friday Saturday combo in the country.
you know what? Let's do this then. How about this?
Because remember,
Um,
they lost their pitching coach.
yeah,
Makes a big difference. And
it's fair.
they've had all kinds of turmoil in the off season.
That's fair. All right. Let's look at this fun schedule. Oregon State. They have one of the coolest schedules you could ask for because they're not really in a conference. All right. So they start out with Michigan, Arizona, Stanford, and Michigan again. That is not easy. I mean, that's a heck of a way to start your season. Then they go to Round Rock, but they get a interestingly easy slate at Round Rock at that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of, I mean, Southern Miss is not easy, but and Baylor's pretty respectable, but Purdue, Then they go to Frisco. Good God.
So,
Houston, Bama, and Iowa. Oh my God, and what?
so fun thing about Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
I think they move up in the Big Ten standings. I'm not saying they make the NCAA tournament this year. They are headed in the right direction. But I've actually got a sleeper in the Big Ten.
Who?
Penn State.
I could actually see that. Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, give me 1 second.
Didn't they have like 13 run rule victories last year and scored double figures in like 40 of their games?
Yes, but the thing is, they did lose some of their key players though. Their center fielder, he's in the pros now. And he was like the key piece to that team last year.
They're sinking money into baseball at Penn State.
Rightfully so. Anyway, let's get back to this one though. So then you got Houston, Bama, and Iowa. Then you got at Oregon for a midweek. Then you got a 4-game against Xavier, which, oh my gosh, I want to look at Xavier's schedule because last year was hell for them. Then you got San Diego for 3. You got Portland in a midweek. You got UC Irvine. You got Southern Cal. Then you get Mercer for 3. That's how the heck did Mercer pull that series out?
They were willing to travel.
That's awesome. Shout out to Mercer for doing that. Going to Lamar, I like that. Get 2 at Washington State, technically conference games. I guess you could say they're midweeks.
This schedule is not easy.
No, not at all. It's a fun schedule. It's one of my favorites in the country. You got Cal Poly for 3, Cal State Fullerton for 3. You got Oregon again. You get Hawaii for 3 late in the season.
Hawaii,
Texas,
who's
Rio Grande
making
Valley.
vast improvements in baseball.
Cal State Northridge for 3. Portland again. Long Beach State.
The Dirtbags.
Man, and then close out with Air Force. I mean, that is
That's not an easy schedule at all.
I mean, these are like the blast from the past schedule. Essentially, it's like all these teams at some point have made some kind of crazy impact. Lamar is a team to keep your dang eyes on, though.
Didn't they lead the nation in most wins last year?
Yeah, and they didn't even make the dang tournament. Still a situation that I'm not a fan of. But, shout out Will Davis. Man, that's impressive. Let me see. Xavier baseball schedule. All right, so I don't have this on the screen with that schedule, but I'm going to read you Xavier's schedule because, they always have the worst one to start. On the road at ECU to start the season. Midweek at Louisville. On the road at Arkansas for 3 games. Oh my God. Then they get Indiana for a midweek for their first home game. On the road to Cal State Fullerton. On the road at Ohio State for a midweek. At Oregon State for 4. At Oregon for 2 midweek games. Then they get Evansville. They get Ohio State again a midweek. They get Wofford. They get Cincinnati, UConn, Ball State, Georgetown. My God. So it gets a lot easier. Then they get Vanderbilt in April for a midweek before playing St. John's. Then they have to go on the road in May to Georgia Tech for a 3-game series. You get Michigan for a midweek, Butler, 3-game with Creighton to close the season. Man, Xavier's doing everything they can to boost that RPI. I want to see Xavier do well, though. They deserve it. They really do. Man. That's crazy. But Xavier's always been a team that I've liked. I can't help it. I respect what they did. Oh, I know a team to look up.
How about the
And it's a
current
team-
leader? How about
Go
the
ahead.
current leader and most consecutive losses?
Who's that?
Alcorn State at 17.
Ah.
Alcorn State.
Oh, they're screwed. All right, let me fix my screen share real quick. Hold on.
Here, I can do it.
Okay,
can
go
do
ahead. All right, go ahead.
This is going to be wild.
I think their losing streak is going to end pretty soon. They play at a college that it's another one of them ones like no one hears about. Southern University, but their New
What?
Orleans campus.
Oh, Suno
Yeah.
on March the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
You think it goes that far?
I mean, it could. I mean, opening
Let me-
up with
let me look at
Grambling
Prairie
State, Prairie View,
View.
and Jackson.
Let me look at Prairie View real quick. Okay, it doesn't show their last year's record. It's crazy. Arkansas Pine Bluff, Mississippi Valley State, Texas Southern. They open the season with Grambling, and then April 24th through 26th, they have a 3-game set with Grambling. Same thing with Jackson State. They open the season February 15th, and then they have a 3-game set with them later on. But let's take a look at the current losing streaks.
Hey, who's champion Christian
Alcorn
College?
State. I have no idea.
Exactly.
Alcorn State at 17, Presbyterian College at 13, Alabama A&M 11, St. Peter's 9. The one that we've spent the most time watching over the last 2 years, UMBC. They're currently
Yep.
at 7. Missouri's currently 4 straight losses. And then you get down to the teams that, you know, most of these were in the tournament.
They had
where
no
they've
choice
lost
but
2
to lose.
straight. Yeah.
Go to winning streaks.
Current win streaks.
I just wanted to remind
LSU with
everybody.
8 straight.
Go Tigers.
Akron up there with 4 straight.
That's interesting. That's those teams that were so close to making it and just didn't quite get there.
Let's see.
I was actually curious if there was going to be a team like that might have had more than 8.
Pretty good chance Akron loses their streak on opening weekend.
Yes, absolutely.
If you want baseball
Yes.
and good numbers and good stats, this is where you go. Warren Nolan, college baseball. I don't think there's a better site for that stuff.
And the fact that they don't have a paywall and you can access all this for free, shout out to them.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they checked like the IPs of like who visited their site the most, you and I would probably be their like top visitors.
I'm on there.
I could you not during baseball season.
Day. Yeah,
I bet say
every day.
same. I like to know what's going on. So, I guess we should probably share our graphic of our top 25. That would probably make this a little bit easier.
Yeah.
All right. So as we discussed earlier, Arkansas is the number 1 team due to more than likely an oversight, which is fine. LSU at 2, UCLA 3, Oregon State 4, Texas 5. I mean, realistically, of those 5 teams, I don't see one that should not be there.
Probably not. I'm just not sold on UCLA. Is it fair to have them up there? Sure. Considering what they're bringing back.
Yeah. I mean, they looked good in Omaha last year. I mean, all throughout the tournament, they really did. They just had to face a hot team, unfortunately, for them.
See,
Tennessee at 6. Go ahead.
And that facing a hot team in a tournament. You know, people can say what they want to about Vanderbilt losing a regional last year. They ran into a hot Louisville team that put them in the losers bracket. And then once you're in that losers bracket, you're flirting with disaster anyway.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, heck, LSU was in the losers bracket in their home regional, so.
And then the team that puts you in the losers bracket goes on to win your region and goes all the way to Omaha. I don't think there's any shame in that. So, you know.
Absolutely.
UCLA did benefit from a weak region. Let's be real.
They did.
And
I mean,
in the second group, 6 through 10, I do see one. I have them ranked in the top 10, but what are we going to get with Tennessee?
I don't have Tennessee in my top 10. I barely have them in the top 20.
You know, maybe I put them in the top 10 out of habit, expecting Nylander to continue what Vitello started. But here's the reality. At one time, they hired a college World Series winning coach in Dave Serrano. And it went south quick.
It did.
And then you consider what they lost. Dean Curley, Hunter Ensley, Andrew Fisher, Liam Doyle. They lost some dudes off of that roster. And their pitching was not great. Outside of Liam Doyle, their pitching was not great. Their defense, fielding percentage-wise, they were 11th in the SEC last year. They weren't a good fielding team. So what are we going to get with Tennessee? Is there talent there? Yes. But remember, some of that talent they're banking on in Levi Clark. He got benched during SEC play last year.
speaking of Levi Clark, how the heck is he listed as the number 2 first baseman in the SEC on D1? They ranked him ahead of Zach York. And look, I'm not saying it just because he's at LSU, but dude, the dude does not strike out. His fielding percentage is elite. He's one of the best players in the country, whether people like it or not.
I
I mean,
think
don't get me wrong.
his ceiling is higher. That's what it is.
I mean, sure, but that's just assumption.
That's just like third baseman, having the guy from Florida at number 5 in the top 50. I'm not sure
Yeah.
he's the best third baseman in the SEC.
That's fair. That's very fair.
In the same class as he's in, you have Brody Johnston.
That kid's good. There is no arguing that one at all. Well, yeah, 11 through 15 or whatever. I'm happy about one thing in these rankings: the fact that Mississippi State was not put in the top 5, because too many people are ranking them way too high right now. We need to see what they can do. Don't just go based off of who their coach is now, because it don't always work out.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the coach is what holds them back, unfortunately.
And Wes is right. Tennessee lost their pitching coach, their strength and conditioning coach, who, by the way, never missed leg day. His guys had tree trunks for legs.
Yep.
And Tony Vitello. But if we're being honest, Florida lost their pitching coach too.
Yep. But with Vanderbilt being at 11, I'm cool with that. Coastal at 12, I'm also cool with that. Louisville 13, no argument. Louisville 13 twice at that. Okay.
Yeah.
Double.
I like the way they did the graphic. Keep it even on both sides. Louisville at the bottom of one, top at the other to keep it even.
I'm okay with that. All right, so yeah, I'm fine with those. 16 to 20, Florida State, Clemson, Florida, Oregon, Southern Miss. Like I said, I didn't rank Florida in mine, didn't rank Oregon in mine, but I'm not mad that people did rank them. I'm not buying the hype in Oregon yet until they prove to me that I need to. Florida, too many off the field issues for me to be bought in right now.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Talent's there, but just don't know what's going to happen yet. I think Southern Miss is just like a dark horse for everything this year. They are solid, and that's a team you got to watch out for. Wake Forest, they have a lot of guys coming in. They got some good people in the portal. They're actually going to be back to a good national spot. I'm not too sold on them yet because, again, it's one of those prove me wrong, and I'm okay with that. Just want to see what you got before I buy in.
Right.
Virginia, look, I get it. You got you a good new coach coming in. He brought some dudes with him.
But you also lost dudes.
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, essentially, Virginia is Duke. Essentially. Which is fine because, I mean, they brought some really good dudes with them up there. So, I mean, having them top 25, I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not going to put them in mine yet because I don't know how that's going to work out for them.
Mm-hmm.
Duke at 23, I'm just not there. I'm not there yet. That's going to take a minute for me to be. Yeah. Kentucky in the top 25, I'm cool with it. I think they're underrated. I
think they're overrated.
I know you do. I know. I don't know what's going to happen because it's a lot of transfers. So
here's the thing. Mangione has started this process of relying on the portal every year to build your team. It worked 3 years ago. He brought in 3 years ago. He brought in a bunch of guys that had 2 years of eligibility left.
Mm-hmm.
So the first year was a building year. Second year, hey, they did some things. I'll give them that. But last year, brought in more guys to replace the ones that were gone. Didn't work out. And now they've rebuilt the roster again. What tells me that it's going to work out this time when it didn't work out last time?
Yeah.
That's my problem with Kentucky. I'm not sold on it.
And then Miami at 25, I'm good with them being ranked. Daniel Suve is one of the best players in the country. I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good rankings. Very proud of the admins. Even if someone left my team off, it's all good. But no, that's good stuff. It really is. I mean, really, we don't really have much left to discuss.
And we got Wes in here watching and commenting. I appreciate you doing that, Wes. If
Absolutely.
you're interested, we do have a group on Facebook. It is called College Baseball Smack. If you want to join, all you got to do is go to the page and click join. You do have to answer a couple questions. Who's your favorite team? La-di-da. We'll let you in. Our goal with that when we started it was to be the go-to place for college baseball on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
It leans a little SEC, ACC heavy, but we love having your mid-majors, guys like that. And with me and Cody, me and Cody, we do this because we're passionate about it. We'll even bring in some JUCO coaches and talk to them and some JUCO players.
Absolutely.
We've had Roan State's baseball coach a couple times on here. He's a fabulous guy. It's fun to, when you start talking about the transfer portal and things of that nature, it's fun to reach out to those levels and get some of their perspectives and their guys and, follow them through the process.
Absolutely. And, but I mean, like I said, the group's not fully SEC because, I mean, some of our members, former coaches in there, former players that played on the West Coast, coached on the West Coast. I mean, good dudes in there. So, yeah, please come and join. We'd love to have you.
We got former Major League World Series ring winners in there.
It's true.
So, but I see what he's doing. We're going to swing over to basketball for just a minute before we call it a night.
Absolutely.
What do you see in the SEC standings?
Yeah, I see this year as being the year where the SEC is kind of like essentially just like leveling out. I mean, you look at this. I mean, this is pretty close in standings for everybody. There's no clear-cut winner right now in the SEC. I mean,
I have to ask the question: why are they listing Kentucky at third?
I don't know.
So all things being equal, right? Vanderbilt beat Kentucky by 25. Arkansas beat Vandy by 25. Kentucky beat Arkansas. So you got a three-way tie. So then you got to go to overall record, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why isn't Vanderbilt listed third?
Well, if Arkansas beat Vanderbilt, Arkansas should be ahead of Vanderbilt.
But you got a four-way tie, so it goes to overall record.
Yeah. We're just going to pretend that there's a mix-up right now on here. That doesn't
see
make
what I'm
any
saying?
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a good point. So I don't know. I mean, because you couldn't even go on like who's like, like how many like wins you got in a row or whatever either. Like what kind of win streak you're on because even that doesn't make sense. So I don't have any explanation of why it's ranked like that. Because it's not in alphabetical order.
Nope.
I have no idea. Actually, let's. Oh, because it's sorted by percentage. So look, there you go.
But in the SEC, Vanderbilt, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky all have the same percentage.
Yeah, but look right here. Look, this did it. That's much better.
So I'm thinking maybe the reason they had them on there is because Kentucky did beat two of the teams they're tied with.
Yeah.
2-1 against the teams they're tied with.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt's 1-1. Arkansas is 1-1. Or did Arkansas beat Tennessee?
Did they even play?
I think Arkansas beat Tennessee.
Let me see. Haven't played. Oh yeah, they did. No, yeah, Arkansas did beat Tennessee. Okay.
So that's why Arkansas and Kentucky are up there, is they're both 2-1 against the teams they're tied with.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense now.
And then poor LSU, 14-8 overall, same record as Auburn, but 2-7 in SEC. Shame, shame, shame. I mean, realistically though, based off of where we stand right now, so we got 8 more games left in the schedule. So
actually,
I mean,
9.
Who do you see, or 9? Okay, so who do you see winning the SEC?
I still think Florida's the team to beat.
That's fair. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say this, and I'm sure you'll say the same. I don't see the SEC winning a national championship in basketball this year.
It's going to be tough.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Florida in the paint, fantastic. They had 72 points in the paint against Bama the other night. That's absolutely amazing.
But then you have to contend with Arizona and what they have in the paint, who's already beaten Florida.
Dude, Arizona is just fantastic, though. So,
but is this a year that Villanova gets back and wins one?
Very much could. All right, so right now, Michigan's number 2. I like what I see out of Michigan, by the way. Wait, Villanova, they're not even ranked.
They're tied for second.
They're 31st.
They're tied for second in their conference.
I gotcha.
UConn, St. John's, and Villanova are the top 3 in the Big East.
That makes sense. I will say this. I refuse to believe in Gonzaga. I never have and never will.
I think they got handled tonight. I'll have to double check that. Last I saw, they were losing.
Oh yeah, they're losing currently 53-48 to Portland. That's embarrassing. I mean, Gonzaga's worst loss is against Michigan, which is their only loss, and they got absolutely boat raced in that. So,
Michigan State went down tonight.
Did they?
Yep.
Oh, they sure did to Minnesota.
Minnesota got them. Kentucky is now 7-3 in the SEC. They put a whipping on Oklahoma tonight.
Okay, I was wondering if they would pull that one out. That's a good win. Well, I say it's a good win, but yeah, Oklahoma is 1-8. But I mean, Kentucky at 15-7. I'm curious to what they're going to finish at. Let's see. Tennessee at Florida, Georgia at Auburn, at South Carolina, Vandy at A&M. Ugh, that's a terrible way to end your years if you're Kentucky. Good Lord. I see one game that's like a guaranteed win, and that's it. maybe 2 wins guaranteed. Maybe the Georgia game. So South Carolina and Georgia, I'll give them those wins.
Hey, don't underestimate Georgia. Georgia's pretty
No, I
damn
mean you
good this
can't.
year.
They are. But I mean, I think that's just looking at these off the top of my head. That's like the only 2 I'd say. Yeah, they probably win that. Auburn maybe. So 3 and 4 to close out the year potentially. Maybe
I
4 and
want
3 if they're lucky.
I want Kentucky and Rupp.
That's gonna be a fun game. That really is.
You see the trash talking going on.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's some good stuff.
You want to hit the women's?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Give me 1 second.
I got it.
I've already got it up right here. All right, let's go to standings. All right. I mean, I don't hate what I see so far.
Other than the fact that you're 4th.
I mean, we're only 1 game back from first place. I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, but that first place that's a gauntlet.
I mean, look right here. Got to play Texas tomorrow night on the road. That's going to be tough. I mean, beat them once, but doesn't mean we're going to beat them again. And then Auburn after that, that'll probably be a win. Then we get South Carolina. So, I mean, our next 2 or 3 are actually, heck, our next 3 or 4 are very challenging.
You're getting ran at South Carolina, or versus South Carolina. You're getting ran against South Carolina.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I really don't.
South Carolina is really, really good.
They are. There's no question in that. Their only loss was to Texas.
You want to talk about a brutal schedule? Pull up that schedule on the V.
Let's do it.
You want to talk about brutal?
Ooh. God almighty. But let's see. They can beat
we're beating Kentucky.
Y'all freaking better beat them tomorrow. Dang, tomorrow night's a good night for women's hoops. Kentucky, Vandy, LSU, Texas. I mean, that's fun. You got Oklahoma after that, Texas after that. Both home games, though. That's nice. At Georgia, Kentucky, Alabama, and at Tennessee. Whew. I mean, realistically.
And it actually started last Friday night against Ole Miss in Birmingham.
Yep.
It started last Sunday with South Carolina.
Yeah. I mean, I could see them going 5-3 or 6-2 to closing it out.
So, but
I mean, that being said, is this possibly the best Vandy team? Is this the best Vandy team ever?
No.
Women's?
No.
Who was better?
1994 went to the Final Four with Heidi Gillingham and Shelley Blades and all those gals.
Yeah. Let's see, 1994 Vanderbilt.
I believe they lost to Texas Tech in the Final Four with Cheryl Swoops.
That being said, though, they only went 28-7 on the season that year.
But
So I
take
mean,
away,
realistically, they have a chance to they have a chance to actually be the best team ever this year for them.
we went 28-7, but that team was built for 3 years. Yes, we lost 7 games, but the 2 years before that, absolutely incredible seasons. We were winning like 30 games.
Wait, what about the 92 to 93 team?
Yeah, those
Finished
teams are
first
pretty.
in the final AP poll. That's weird.
We were,
They were,
Tennessee and Vanderbilt were ranked number 1 and 2.
my God, that's a loaded roster too.
So 92, 93 might have been our best team. The 94 team went to the Final Four. We had 16 or 17 straight years of going to the Sweet 16.
That's crazy. Also, can we talk about bringing back the 80s logo? The V and the star on it? That is sick.
The Star V.
No, 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 no. It's a, hold on. Hold on. That logo.
Oh, yeah. Not one
Dude,
of my
on
favorites.
on a football helmet, that would look amazing. I mean, it's very
No,
busy, don't get me wrong, but man,
not one of my favorites.
I don't know. I like that. That's pretty cool. I like vintage logos though. I can't lie.
I like I like the old gold V with Vanderbilt written across it,
Yeah. I like
and
the
the star,
original Star V, the
the
original
original,
one.
yeah, the original Star V.
Yeah, I like that. All right.
I also,
Well,
I
that
also,
being said, go
I
ahead.
also like the original Sunday tribute uniforms in the navy blue. Please bring them back, Coach Corbin.
Well, next time you see him, you need to ask him to.
We've
He
had
might listen.
the olive drab for a few years now. It's time to make a switch.
Oh, you can't get rid of those though. They got to stay. Those are intimidating. I love those uniforms.
I think it's time to switch up. Only keep them so long.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that some of these baseball teams need to try to match their football uniforms a little bit.
I wasn't very happy with my football uniforms this year. I thought
I
I thought
love.
the black ones especially were really bland.
I like the white one.
The white was nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, before we close this thing out, you got any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Tell your people you love them. Check up on them.
Amen to that.
You never know when it's going to be too late.
Fully agreed. My final thoughts are really just echo what Chris said right there. We're gonna miss you, Dwayne. Ready for this baseball season to start. Next week will be our final show before first pitch, but we will be able to talk some softball on next week's show. So that is nice.
Speaking of which, give me just a second. I may have. I have somebody that's interested in coming on and talking about softball that's looking to break
Good.
into the podcasting industry. Her name is Megan Crowley.
Okay.
She is an Oklahoma fan.
Okay.
And she's looking to break into podcasting, and then softball is her specialty.
There you go. I'm all for that.
So, also talking to some Mississippi State people, see if they want to come on and talk about their baseball team. Got word from a Vanderbilt football player he's interested in coming on.
Who?
Dante Carter.
Is it okay? Okay, that's one that I would like.
He is interested. And just talking to him and trying to figure out a date and a time. You know, they've already started winter drills in Nashville.
Oh,
They've been working hard at it. Something different for Vanderbilt to be doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
But the last 2 years, that's what they've done. It's paid off on the field. So, more power to them.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that being said, thank you so much for watching tonight. We'll see you again next week. Ready to talk some more as we get ready for opening day. So with that being said, have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Now, let me find my video.
Turn it up. First pitch. Let's go. Golden Broom. Sweep that show.